I'm going to show you 3 types of finishing drills that you can practice in training. So the first drill, we're going to approach the mannequin, we're going to find half a yard either side and then aim to get a good strike into the corners.
The first drill is a 1 versus 1 drill that consists of beating your man before getting a shot off. You can set this up anywhere on the pitch depending on the position you play. Here, we are set up in the left wing position and we are using a mannequin as our defender. Start by dribbling the ball towards the defender, keeping close control. Have an idea in your head of how and where you want to attack the space. Beat your man by using any skill you like, but make sure you practice going both ways. Most importantly, ensure your final touch sets you up for the shot.
You definitely don't want the final touch going too far away from you, so you try and shift it and then probably 1 step, 2 steps maximum before you shoot.
Get your shot off and repeat several times, going on both the inside and the outside of the defender. Progress the drill by adding more obstacles to dribble past or add a jockeying defender.
On to the second part now, which is pure finishing, and we're going to start on working on your precision.
Now, on to pure finishing. Firstly, we're going to focus on precision. Set some targets or areas up in the corners of the goal. Start with some balls on the edge of the box, then dribble into the box before getting your shot off around the penalty spot.
You don't want to give too much away with your hip positioning. You want to stay central for as long as you can, and then at the last moment you're either going to open up or reverse it into the near corner.
Pick a corner and look to place the ball in that corner using the instep of your foot to strike it. Repeat this drill several times, shooting in different corners, as well as using both feet. To progress this drill, shoot from further out and also practice against the goalkeeper.
In a match, I think it depends on the tempo that you're running with the ball or making a run in behind. If you're really in control and you're not at top speed, then I think you can make your mind up quite early because the technique's then easier to find the corners. Whereas if you're running top speed, sometimes it's a later decision which you just have to react to on the pitch. So the final drill, we're going to move on to power shooting. You can do this in different areas of the pitch, whatever suits your position and style of play. But right now we're going to focus on inside the box and preferably across the keeper.
The final drill is about shooting with power. You can do this wherever you feel comfortable shooting from on the pitch. Here we are working on power shots from within the box. Start with the ball on a marker and take a touch towards the goal, making sure you get the ball out of your feet so that you can generate power when you strike. Pick your spot and hit the ball with your laces.
It's important to make sure you get the ball out your feet enough, and you really want your hips to be facing the far corner as you strike the ball. But yeah, make sure the ball's not under your feet, make sure you get a good touch out of your feet, and then just follow through with a strike.
Following through on your strike will help generate even more power. Repeat this several times with both feet, mixing up the angles and the distances.
Yeah, try and keep it as low. That one went a little bit high then, but it was a good angle. So yeah, just keep working at it until you're comfortable with where the ball's going, and then you start to add more power. Shooting with power, for me it's about the technique first, because if you just have pure power, it's difficult to keep the precision with it. So you have to get whichever technique works for you, and always practice multiple techniques until you find the best one for your style. But yeah, it's something that I've worked on a lot from when I was younger, but I always started with technique first and then just try and give it a little bit more as you get better at the technique. It does slightly depend on where the touch takes you, but if say your touch takes you into the perfect place, I feel like you want to be striking the ball around there. Make sure you're heading your knees over the ball so it stays low down. If your touch does go a bit wide, you might use it a bit higher up just to move it away from the keeper as you strike it. So it might not be as clean of a strike, but it'll be moving away from the goalkeeper. If the angle gets tighter and you can't get your hips around, it might make more sense to aim for the near post and high. So just, you know, football, anything can happen. So say I do come into this area here and the defender manages to get a touch and the ball takes me out over there, now it's more difficult to shoot across the goal. So you might just go into the near post.